EFL Championship Sheffield Wednesday vs Queen's Park Rangers. Prediction, team news, lineups preview. Sheffield Wednesday will welcome Queen's Park Rangers to Hillsborough on Saturday for a crucial contest at the bottom end of the championship table. The hosts recently climbed off the foot of the division but head into the contest on the back of a midweek defeat, while their visitors also find themselves in the drop zone, 7 points better off and one adrift of safety. Match preview. Sheffield Wednesday will set out to return to winning ways at Hillsborough on Saturday, having given their championship survival hopes a boost in recent weeks after a dismal start to the season. Following their promotion from League One last time around, the Owls remained rooted to the foot of the division until after the November international break, as a defeat to Birmingham City on their return to action left them on just 6 points from their first 17 outings, having managed a single victory. Danny Roll's side did then improve their fortunes in impressive fashion, though, firstly taking a creditable point at home to league leaders Leicester City as Jeff Hendrick tied the game at a goal apiece in injury time. Before they built on that with a second triumph of the season at home to Blackburn Rovers, eventually prevailing in a 3-1 win as Bailey Cadamarteri, Marvin Johnson and Josh Windass got on the scoresheet. The Owls then travelled to take on Stoke City last weekend, and as the game looked set to end goalless thanks to Cameron Dawson's penalty save, they would make it back-to-back wins to climb off the foot of the division. As Anthony Muzaba netted the decisive goal in injury time, only to see their upturn in form cut short in a 3-1 defeat away at Norwich City last time out on Wednesday. Cadamarteri drew them level at Carrow Road after Borja Sainz's opener. But goals from Ashley Barnes and John Rowe put the game out of sight, and with confidence still to take from their recent results, having leapfrogged Rotherham United and moved within 8 points of safety. Sheffield Wednesday will aim to bounce back on Saturday against a relegation rivals and make it 3 games unbeaten at Hillsborough with a victory. Queen's Park Rangers, meanwhile, will travel to South Yorkshire aiming to further strengthen their own survival bid, having improved under new management in recent weeks. Marty Cifuentes took over at Loftus Road at the end of October with the London side stuck on just 8 points from their first 14 league outings and on the back of 6 straight defeats. But they have since added 12 points to the tally in 7 further attempts, despite only heading into the November break on the back of consecutive draws before losing away at Norwich City on their return to action. The Hoops now head into the weekend in the midst of a 4-match unbeaten streak in England's second tier, beginning with a 4-2 triumph at home to Stoke City thanks to Lyndon Dykes' brace. A Ben Pearson own goal and Chris Willock's late finish, before triumphing 2-0 in a trip to Preston North End as Paul Smith and Willock got on the scoresheet in the second half. Hull City would then visit Loftus Road last weekend, and Cifuentes' side made it 3 straight league wins, defeating the playoff-chasing Tigers 2-0 as Willock continued his scoring run before Ilias Chair added a second. And they may now head into Saturday's trip with a slight feeling of disappointment, having failed to extend the run to 4 victories on Wednesday at home to Plymouth Argyle. That contest ended goalless. Despite the visitors playing with 10 men from the 25th minute, and while that result did keep QPR in the relegation zone, they do now only trail Huddersfield Town and Millwall by a single point. And with renewed confidence and a degree of momentum back on their side, they will aim to jump out of the bottom 3 at the weekend with a 4th win in a 5-match span. Team news. Sheffield Wednesday will likely remain without defender Dominic Iorfa, midfielder Momo Diaby and attacker Malik Wilkes through injury at the weekend, while key man Josh Windass also missed their trip to Norwich with a muscle issue and may not return in time to feature at Hillsborough at the weekend. Instead, Anthony Muzaba and Callum Patterson should keep their places either side of a lone striker in a 4-3-3 shape, with 18-year-old Bailey Cadamarteri again set to get the nod to lead the line, having scored 2 goals in their last 3 league games. Roll is bound to deploy an unchanged midfield trio of Will Vaux, Barry Bannon and George Byers, while Deshaun Bernard will fight to return in the middle of the defense after Michael Ahikwe came in to join Bambo Diaby last time out. Queen's Park Rangers could again be missing former Owls defender Morgan Fox and midfielder Jack Colback, with the experienced duo set to remain in the treatment room, while Cifuentes will also be unable to call on Ziad Larkesh, who saw his midweek substitute appearance cut short by an injury concern. He should avoid making many changes from the starting 11 that was fielded against Plymouth, although Sinclair Armstrong will push to replace Lyndon Dykes up front, while Ilias Chair and Chris Willock will continue to play key roles in a supporting trio, having both enjoyed improvement under the new boss, netting 2 and 3 goals respectively in the last 7 championship games. Elsewhere, Sam Field and Andre Dozzell should continue in the engine room in their 4-2-3-1 shape, while Steve Cook and Jimmy Dunn are bound to partner up at the heart of the back four. Sheffield Wednesday possible starting lineup: Dawson, Valentine, Diaby, Ihikwe, Famewell, Byers, Vaux, Bannon, Patterson, Kadamarteri, Muzaba. Queen's Park Rangers possible starting lineup: Vigovic, Kakai, Cook, Dunn, Pull, Field, Dozzell, Smith, Chair, Willock, Dykes. We say, Sheffield Wednesday January 1st Queen's Park Rangers. Both teams are certainly playing with a degree of confidence back in their game, and both desperate not to lose in a true six-pointer. Even at this early stage of the campaign, we anticipate them sharing the points at Hillsborough. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.